To an issue of a lot of concern, the Aravalli Hills, one of the world's oldest mountain ranges, that has captured some public outrage over the Supreme Court's November 20th ruling, in which the court adopted the Environment Ministry's criteria. Now, amid this entire controversy, we have a press briefing coming in. Let's cut across.
नंबर 9 में उन्होंने ये कहा कि in recognition of the ecological importance of the Aravalli Range, the MOEF and CC has also launched the Aravalli Green Wall Project, an initiative aimed at restoring degraded land, preventing desertification, enhancing green cover, and improving the ecological health of Aravalli landscape. So this is the first time where the green movement of the government is also recognized. चाहे कैंपा के द्वारा अरावली में ग्रीन हो, चाहे ग्रीन इंडिया मिशन के द्वारा हो, चाहे रामसर साइट्स को डिक्लेयर कराने का विषय हो, चाहे स्वयं प्रधानमंत्री जी के द्वारा विगत 2 वर्षों में दिल्ली में वृक्षारोपण का विषय हो, चाहे कंपनसेशन अफॉरेस्टेशन में गुड़गांव की 10,000 एकड़ जमीन को रिजर्व करने का विषय हो, चाहे गुड़गांव में 750 एकड़ में ग्रीन क्रेडिट के माध्यम से डिग्रेडेड फॉरेस्ट को रेस्टोरेशन करने का विषय हो, और ऐसे अनेकों विषय सरकार के द्वारा किए गए। मैं आपको ये भी कहना चाहता हूं कि कोर्ट ने ही अरावली हिल्स और अरावली को लेकर के एक टेक्निकल कमेटी का गठन किया और ओनली द रेस्ट्रिक्टेड पर्पस ऑफ माइनिंग, क्योंकि पहले ऐसा होता था कि किसी भी जगह पे जाके माइनिंग होती थी, कोई तय नहीं होता था कि अरावली हिल और अरावली के, बट दिस इज ऑल्सो रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू द पर्पस ऑफ माइनिंग। और इसलिए जो 100 मीटर का विषय है, मैं कल भी इसको क्लियर कर चुका हूं, टॉप से धरातल तक, और धरातल में भी उस लैंड फॉर्म जिस फॉर्मेट में है वहां का मिनिमम लोएस्ट एरिया है, उस लैंड फॉर्म जिसमें वो सिचुएटेड है, वो अरावली पर्वत और अरावली रेंज का अर्थ है उसके 500 मीटर के अंतर्गत। कई लोग कई तरह की बातें कह रहे हैं, कुछ हमारे वरिष्ठ नेता लोग भी भ्रामक ट्वीट कर रहे हैं। सबसे पहले मैं क्लियर कर दूं, एनसीआर रीजन में माइनिंग अलाउ ही नहीं है। एनसीआर का अर्थ हो गया दिल्ली, गुड़गांव, फरीदाबाद, नूह और जहां तक अलवर का एनसीआर लगता है। तो जब एनसीआर रीजन में माइनिंग ही अलाउ नहीं है तो उनका तथ्य ही झूठा है। दूसरा, ये डेफिनेशन आने के बाद भी इस निर्णय में ही ये कहा गया है कि अभी कोई नई माइनिंग लीज ही नहीं दी जाएगी, बल्कि कोर्ट ने अपने निर्णय में ये कहा है, जो पैरा नंबर 38 में है, द कमिटी रिकमेंड दैट टू एंश्योर सस्टेनेबल माइनिंग इन अरावली हिल एंड रेंज, no new mining lease except in case of critical strategic and atomic mineral। तो कोई नई माइनिंग की वो विषय नहीं है। तीसरा विषय जो है, अरावली का जो ऑलरेडी कोर एरिया है, चाहे वो हिल है चाहे ना, जो प्रोटेक्टेड एरियाज हैं, क्योंकि अरावली के क्षेत्र में 4 टाइगर रिजर्व्स हैं, अरावली के क्षेत्र में 20 वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी हैं, अरावली के क्षेत्र में सरकार के द्वारा जहां पर पेड़ लगाने का कार्यक्रम किया गया है, चाहे ग्रीन इंडिया मिशन में हो चाहे कैंपा में हो, वहां पर फ्यूचर में इस निर्णय के बाद भी कोई माइनिंग नहीं हुई। दूसरा एक और जो विषय कहा जाता है, क्योंकि सीईसी की रिकमेंडेशन थी और सीईसी की रिकमेंडेशन में कहा भी गया था।
To legal editor Harish Nair joining us on the broadcast with the details. Harish, this comes amid a lot of concerns, also appeals that have been filed in the Supreme Court over the outrage in the change of the criteria of the Supreme Court's November 20th ruling.
Yes, Pratibha, that's right. A letter petition has been sent to the Chief Justice of India and also the President by an environmental activist and lawyer, Hitendra Gandhi. He has sought a review of the 100-meter test rule. Says low ridges, water recharge areas be protected, and he very significantly says a 100-meter rule risks excluding large ecologically integral parts that may not meet the numerical height threshold but remain functionally critical. And as we know, the environmentalists are warning that this could strip protections from up to 90% of the range, unleashing a wave of mining, real estate grabbing, and irreversible ecological havoc, accelerating desertification, crippling groundwater recharge, and dooming biodiversity in that region, already gasping under pollution and water scarcity. And remember, the Supreme Court had directed the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Changes to prepare a management plan for sustainable mining for the Aravalli Hills and Ranges, and that very significantly approved the committee's report, which said that any landform in the Aravalli district having an elevation of 100 meters or more from the local relief shall be termed as Aravalli Hills. So basically, any landscape, only landscape above 100 meters will be considered as Aravalli. But Bhupender Yadav, once again, reassuring that the entire Aravalli Range is safe. Though the environmentalists are saying that 90% will remain unprotected, the government is emphasizing that 90% will remain protected and no illegal mining or real estate grabbing will be allowed.
Okay, there are a lot of concerns that the new definition of the Aravalli Range will allow for large-scale mining to take place. The government now giving an assurance or asserting that 90% of the Aravalli region will remain protected, going on to say that there is not going to be any threat. It is a Supreme Court approved framework that provides for stronger protection of the mountain system and places a freeze on new mining leases until a comprehensive management plan is finalized. The government now assuring that there is no reason to worry. Thank you for joining us with those details. But many experts have also warned that exploiting the 2 billion years old Aravalli mountain range could actually expose multiple regions, including Delhi as well, the harsher conditions and drought conditions that we could see in the future. So let's really look at why it's very significant and why is it that the environmentalists are actually raising an alarm. This is a region that stretches 700 kilometers across the northwest India. It stands as a barrier against sand from the Thar Desert, and it's also very crucial for replenishing groundwater. So it helps in the biodiversity conservation, and you can imagine why the environmentalists are calling it a threat, because any ecological disaster here could spell disaster for the entire Delhi NCR region. This is a region that supports the ecological balance in the region and also supports the variety of flora and fauna. It's home to ancient settlements and heritage sites, and that's the reason why these concerns have been raised. We also have a reaction coming in from the Congress party that has raised objection to this. Listen in.
All are BJP governments, and they are now willingly allowing these Aravalli ranges to be put into danger. Already there are huge tracts of land where the forests have disappeared, but it will allow rampant desertification, huge deforestation, incentive for illegal mining, and few people who are entrenched in this business must be taken to task. We have to expose those people who have misused the the forest area, and I believe the young people are aware today. This is something for the future. We are trustees of this, the land and the forest that we have. The biodiversity, the crop patterns, livelihoods, all are in danger. And even people who work in those mines, those workers need to be given an alternative package of how they can earn livelihoods. But the government must respond and take back and urge the Supreme Court to rethink its decision.
So the Environment Minister has assured that the Supreme Court approved definition will still ensure that 90% of the region is protected. Harish continues to stay live with us. And Harish, what's the latest from the Supreme Court? Because we understand that multiple lawyers have also filed an appeal with the top court asking the Supreme Court to have a relook.
Yes, in fact, as we have been reporting, today morning, an environmentalist has moved environmental activists and lawyers. Sendra Gandhi has written to Chief Justice Suryakant and letter also sent to the President review of the 100-meter test rule and says low ridges, water recharge areas be protected and 100-meter rule risks excluding large ecologically integral parts and that may not meet numerical height threshold, but it remains functionally critical. So the letter also warning that the 100-meter rule could strip protection from up to 90% of the range, unleashing a wave of mining, real estate grabs and irreversible ecological havoc, which the Minister Bhupender Yadav is denying.
Okay, so he says that there's no reason to worry. Thank you for joining us with those details. With that, we're shifting our attention now, viewers. The killing of a radical Bangladeshi student leader, Sharif Osman